Hi, everyone, and welcome to the inaugural episode of whatever this is. This is the pheasant frequency. We've got our resident shaman here. I'm Sky, and I am traveling in the UK right now. I was inspired or instructed to start this channel while I was on the road. And so here we are. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be bringing in some messages. We're going to scribble some portals. We're going to see what comes through. You just, let's see, what would like to come in here. Just trust that you are here for a reason. This isn't an accident. There are no such things, and at least not in my reality. So, all right, so welcome. I guess we'll get started. Yeah, all right, so I don't know if we're gonna do cards every time, but we're gonna pull one card from the archetypes, the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck, and just see. Oh, okay. So this is the setup that I've got here right now. All right, we've got Alethea, and we have got the ocean. Interesting. So, in both of these cards, if you were to turn it, we've got the top and the bottom, the up and the down, as above, so below. Could be about duality. This could be about the higher mind and the subconscious. Interesting. All right, so we'll keep those off to the side for now. All right, and we'll see what comes through. So basically, what happened was I was traveling for the first time through Scotland. Oh, that's blue. I thought it was going to be black. I was traveling through Scotland and I got this message about how we can deliver energy and frequencies and all sorts of different messages in a variety of ways. And so what I was shown was if I were to draw some pictures while I transmit the energy, you would receive it in a way that otherwise might not be able to come through exactly. So this is something that I just do usually by myself when I am listening to something, or it's kind of a form of meditation. And so in doing this, we're gonna scribble some portals here, see what comes up. Are any of you self-considered artists or considered by, well, it doesn't really matter what anyone else considers you. I ask this because I am finally returning to my actual dream, sort of what my soul has always wanted to do, which was art. And I remember little 17-year-old me in her bedroom giving up on that dream because, back then there were all these messages of starving artist and it's not a real job and things like that. Luckily, though, I have past those sort of ideas, and I've come to a place where I realized if other people can do it, so can I. And so that's a message for you as well. If there's something that you want to be doing, you can. So there's something here about often we say that we can't. And can't and not wanting to are very different things. If you actually don't want to, that's fine. But basically 100 out of 100 times, you can. The doorway may not always be marked. It may not always have a giant enter sign on it. It may take you some time to find the door. And when you do find that door, the version of you that tries to enter depending on the version of you that you are when you approach the door, will determine where that doorway will lead. So I'm seeing, interesting, this is sort of a message that I got the other day. And they showed me that basically there's an entire like ring of keys, and all the keys on the ring are all the different versions of you. And so basically there's an unlimited number of doors that you can open should you seek out those doors. So, yeah, keep your eyes open for some doors. And if you don't see a door, you can always make a door. Interesting. I don't know if you can hear the nature here. We've got some sheep outside and birds. It's really nice. Should I play music while we do this? Again, this is the inaugural episode here, so we're not really sure what's gonna go on yet. So the reason that I decided to name this channel the pheasant frequency is because the day before yesterday I was driving and there were like it's cool to see like a pheasant here and there, right? But this was a ridiculous number of pheasants that kept on like jumping out of the side, running past my car. They're so flashy and ridiculous, and I love birds. So it felt like, yeah, I mean, the people behind me were not too impressed with the rate at which I was driving in order to not hit all of these pheasants, but they just were coming. So that might be a message for someone about going at your own pace. Don't worry about if the people behind you get frustrated, because you can see the magic that's darting out in front of your eyes. Pretty nice. This could also be a way for you, if you were feeling like you wanted to get back into a hobby, whether it's drawing or something else with your hands, you can always just put me on and hang out with me. You don't necessarily need to look at what I'm doing while I'm doing it. The message that I received was that you will also receive the energy through the frequency of my voice and the words that come through. And yeah, this format might change, but for now, we're just tapping in here. The ocean. There's something there. Well, I mean, of course there's something there. It's the ocean. I think the ocean is a field. The ocean, you can consider the ocean as everything, and we're all drops in the ocean. The ocean is also our emotions, right? Our emotional body, our energetic body. And when the waves come, right, it's a pretty, I guess, usual analogy you might say, but when the waves come, if you try to fight them, what happens? It gets harder, right? So if you can ride the waves, things will move much smoother. They'll actually pass with much more fluidity. Resistance is the thing that makes those waves painful. Let's see. I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with this guy. If you are, Let me know in the comments. If not, he is Yaku from Mononoke Hime, from Princess Mononoke. And actually, we got him in Yakushima, which is an island in the south of Japan. And that is where they have the magical like moss forest that inspired Princess Mononoke. So I went there with my partner when 3 or 4 years ago. It was magical. If you ever have a chance to go there, like 100 out of 10, you absolutely should go. It was unreal. Yeah, definitely one of the best things I've ever done. There is a message about keeping it simple and going back to basics. So I've been personally on sort of like a soul journey. I feel like I've been picking up pieces of myself in various places. And you don't necessarily need to travel far to do this. You can travel within your own mind. You can travel in the city that you live, maybe by taking a different road, by just, turning a way that you wouldn't normally turn, right? Is that Robert Frost, The Road Less Traveled? It's interesting because I did have a little bit of resistance to starting this channel, but feels like I should do it. And because of the way the universe works, if you feel the need to create something, by default, there is someone who wants or needs or will consume that which you are producing. So I'm going to trust that whatever it is from this that you need, you will get. And I'm going to trust that you will find me somehow organically. I'm actually very curious about this. I'm gonna see how this goes without doing the 3D algorithm. I'm just setting up the intention that if you're meant to find this, that you will. And we can keep spiraling higher together. That's a great podcast, by the way, Spiraling Higher, if you want to look that up, with Samantha and Gina. Great ladies, great wisdom. I think then, well, let's see. I am just gonna stay open here until I get the message to close the channel. Something coming through about mediumship, and I don't think that's just about me. So I recently have started to embrace the, let's say, what can we call them? Some people consider them abilities. Some people consider them gifts or talents or skills. I don't really know if any of those are what I would call it. Because I believe that everybody has the capability, if they want to channel spirit in different ways, to connect with loved ones on the other side. It does seem, I guess, that some come with it more like preloaded is a way to put it than others. So as a child, I had this pretty, we don't need to put these here really. I had this pretty hardwired, but because of, reasons, everything got shut down back then. And so I recently have been turning that all back on. And so maybe that's a message for you. If you are feeling called to exploring those types of interactions, I would encourage you to do so. I recently went to a week-long course. It was called like the Healing Power of Spirit. And it was really interesting. I hadn't expected to venture into any mediumship, and it turned out that that came through quite strongly, and something that the instructors had told us, which I thought was very interesting. And I think this is also, well, not also, it definitely is a message for you. There's a helicopter and a plane flying over right now. There's a message here that the spirits choose their mediums. And so what this means is that there are certain messages that our loved ones and those in spirit who have passed on would like to impart to those that are still here. Whether those are personal messages or whether those are general messages of encouragement or otherwise. And there is something unique that they are looking for in the person that they wish to use as their medium. And so if you have an interest, if you have a calling, then this probably means that there is someone, if not many someones or entities or beings, souls, whatever you want to call them, parts of self, depends on your paradigm, that require or would like your specific frequency. So it could be maybe your sense of humor or just the person that you are. It could be that you would understand their message the most. It could be that you have a certain way of delivering messages that will reach their loved ones. I'm hearing it could be that you just like have reach. I'm seeing like an arm going out. Like you just literally are a person who has reach to their loved ones. Yeah, interesting. So if that is you, or if you want that to be you, then I would encourage you to sit quietly and see what comes up. There are a variety of ways to do this. I don't really feel called to get into all the methods by which you can do mediumship. I could explain that in another video. If you are interested, let me know. For now, it feels like that's all we're gonna say about that. So just some gentle encouragement. If you, okay, so stop there. Some of you might be going through some sort of initiation. I'm seeing the roses on that card over there, the Alethea card. I have had huge growth just by doing things like literally stopping to smell the roses. So again, that message of keep it simple and returning to basics. Finding what you enjoyed as a child, finding what lights you up. The number here is 212. That could be important for someone. The pheasant. The pheasant. Maybe some of you have seen a pheasant recently, and this is a confirmation for you. That spirit is with you, and you are never alone. You have everything that you need. You are protected. You are unstoppable. Well, the only one who can stop you is you. Such is the paradox of this game. I think that might be it. Yeah. I'm not really getting much else. All right, well, thank you for joining me here. We we will see how this goes in the future. And let's see, any closing messages that would like to come in? Keep going. I love you so much. Thank you for coming. I'll see you next time.